Now, in 2008, my next guest managed to end something that had been going on for 50 years. No English boxer had won the European Amateur Championship since 1961 in Belgrade, when a guy called Frankie Taylor won a gold medal. And this kid went to the European Championships in 2008 and he'd fallen out of favour, to be perfectly honest with you. And bish, bosh and bang, he won a gold medal. I like this kid a lot. He's about 7 foot tall, but he was only a bantamweight. He's near enough impossible to hit. Anyway, just a few weeks ago, he was at the European Championships in Turkey. And he won one. I think he may have even won two. We'll ask him in a minute. And then as it was going on, it became clear he'd have to meet a Turkish boxer. And there were all sorts of stories coming out of Turkey about just how impossible it was to beat one of the Turkish fighters. Well, he ended up meeting a guy called Furkan Mehmet. Trust me, that's the correct pronunciation. And the guy managed to win 12-9. But I am told it was the most horrendous decision that certain people that spoke to me had ever seen. And I'm going to get him on the phone now. It's Luke Campbell. How are you, Luke?
Yeah, good. Good, thank you.
Luke, first of all, tell me about this fight with Furkan Mehmet.
Well, to be honest with you, the first round was a little bit close. But I still thought I was up by a few points. Came out second round, and the kid didn't land a glove on me. And I was just out boxing him pretty easy there, just getting into the floor. Same again in the third round. He didn't land a glove on me. Beat him better in the third round than I did in the second round, and they scored me even worse in the third than they did in the second.
Didn't you have the corner? Weren't the corner telling you the scores? Weren't they giving out the slips of paper like they do sometimes at international tournaments? Didn't you know that they were trying to stitch you up?
Oh yeah, I mean, first round I thought one down. I thought, all right, fair enough. I'll go out there and I'll do more. I did exactly that. Basically, the better I did, the worse they scored me. It was crazy.
Oh, so Luke, I mean, I know that, in theory you're still, a red-hot prospect, go to the Worlds, then in theory you go to the Olympics. When you get a decision like this, does it make you look long and hard at the amateur game and your involvement with it?
Yeah, I mean, it does a little bit, because I don't see what the big thing is about cheating in the amateur sport. If you know what I mean. I don't think it's big. Obviously in the professional side, there's big money on things and whatever else, so you can see why people cheat a little bit. But in the amateur game, I don't think there's any need for it.
Well, see, the mad thing is that in the professional game, there's no such thing as cheating. You just get in the professional game what you buy. So if you've got the power and you've got the TV deal, you get the best fighters, and the best fighters end up getting, the big fights, and you carry on with the power. It's not really cheating. It's just big business. In the amateur game, it's all about blazers and being on a flight somewhere, and the cheating does actually happen, and you've been a victim of it appears here, Luke. Yeah,
terrible. I was on 21 straight wins, and that should really be my 22nd straight win, to be honest.
But you're still going to stay amateur. You're going to try and go to the Worlds in Azerbaijan and get and find yourself in an Olympic slot there, yeah?
Yeah, that's the plan, just to go to the Worlds, pick up a medal, hopefully the gold medal, I'm hoping.
All right.
Got a good 10 weeks of training coming up now for the Worlds.
Well, listen, Luke, we wish you the best, and we'll speak to you before you go off to Baku, Azerbaijan.
Yeah, can I just mention one of my friends that's been helping me out?
Of course you can, Luke. Go on.
Old Tech, Alex Earl. Just a big shout out to him who's been helping me.
All right, Luke, listen, it's a pleasure, mate. I always allow every fighter on my show one shout out. You've had your one shout out. Luke, I'll speak to you later on. Thanks, kid.
Cheers, bye-bye.